All right, Luka, shots weren't falling for a lot of the night, but the defense has been there kind of carrying you. What did you see on that end to help you guys come through with the victory?
Yeah, I think we set the tone early. First quarter, I think they had like 16 points, something like that, so we set the tone early.
Your shot wasn't falling from the perimeter, but you do hit the one where you're almost falling out of bounds. You kind of looked up as if saying, okay, finally one goes down.
Man, it's crazy. I can't make a normal shot and I make that shot. Just at this point who I am, but got to work on that easy shots. Got to knock them down. I've been playing horrible, so I got to get back to it.
You guys are winning games, though. What have you noticed about your teammates, and how are you getting the job done as a group?
Like I said, the first time we set the tone on defense, and then we play with pace. The ball is moving, so that's how we win games.
What did you see from LeBron James tonight?
It's amazing. There's nothing else to say. Amazing.
All right, Luka, go get some rest.
Start with the game first. You got the win. There were a few hiccups along the way, but you guys got to be happy you've now won 4 in a row.
Yeah, it was a good dub. Our defense was really good tonight. Our defense was really good. Definitely, still a few mistakes, but, I mean, that's what won us the game was our defense tonight.
How are you? Obviously, you took a little hit there in the second half. Are you okay?
I'm fine. But I play football. I've taken a lot worse hits than that. I'm fine. I had just a little bruise on my hip. I'll be good.
You're playing tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
When you see Luka struggle like he did, but then you finally hit that 3, pretty crazy 3 as well, is it comforting for you to know, okay, didn't have a great game tonight, but the Lakers still emerged?
Still had a good game. He had 13 boards.
True. Shooting-wise, I guess.
Shooting-wise, I mean, still getting used to playing with us. I mean, I'm totally expect that from him. I mean, he's got to get used to playing with us, got to get used to playing in this arena as a home. It's a lot of different things that go into that, so, I mean, I'm not worried about it. I mean, he played great tonight on the defense end, too. He was rebounding. He still made a few shots late in the game. I'm not worried about it.
All right, thanks for your time. Ron, maybe not the prettiest game of the season, but you had 33, 17, and 6 assists. How'd you push through, kind of lead the team to a win on a night where some missed free throws and a lot of fouls, that type of thing?
Yeah, we know we could have been a lot better offensively, but, we've been hanging our hat on our defense, under the defensive end. And, when you don't shoot the ball well, you got to be able to get stops. And they made a run. They're a really good team. We saw what they did a couple nights ago against OKC when they was down big, and those young guys came in, sparked them, gave them good energy. So, they cut it down to 3, I believe, at one point, but we was able to execute after that, get some timely stops, and was able to come on with the win.
How much of a factor for your team when Anthony was ejected from the game?
Our game plan didn't change. Obviously, Ant-Man is an incredible player. He keeps the defense, guessing, and trying to figure out how we can, stop him. But we also got to maintain all the other guys on the floor, too. So, obviously that's a big piece for their team. They're already kind of a little bit shorthanded. But I thought we did a good job of handling it.
How's your hamstring? Is there any chance it could affect your availability tomorrow against the Clippers?
I'm good. We'll see how I feel when I get up. But as far as the hamstring, I'm straight.
LeBron, I think it was the first possession of the second half. You end up in the front row trying to close out a Naz Reid. That's sort of been this team's MO here over the last 20 games, plays like that. How sustainable do you think this is for you guys to play this hard every night? And is it just who you guys are at this point?
No, it's who we are. Obviously you got to have bodies. And that's always most important. You have enough live bodies that be able to go out there every night. But it's sustainable. And in order for us to win, we have to play hard. There's nothing wrong with that.
The 3 that Luka finally got to go after I think it was 0 for 8 from 3 at that point. Is that kind of a reminder that, you guys are winning with him not playing up to his best, what is going to be possible when he gets locked in?
Well, he's locked in. It's just,
Locked in a rhythm.
Locked into a rhythm, and it's going to happen. So we're not worried about that. So to be able to still maintain, our game, and him to still be able to make an impact, him not shooting well right now, that's what makes him special.
Rui's been a big part of what you guys have done. Did you get a chance to talk to him at all?
I have not seen him. Nope.
If he is out for any period of time, how comfortable are you with the wings you guys have and Vando and
we're comfortable. But obviously Rui is a big piece of our puzzle. So we hope he's not out too long. We don't know. I have no idea what the update is. I haven't seen him, and so we go. I don't want to speculate, but we have guys that's ready to go.
On that side, with Ant considered, one of the possible future faces of the league, was being the face of the league something that you actively wanted, or was it something that everyone else decided for you? And what has that responsibility meant to you?
No, Ant already said he don't want it.
I know.
Yeah, Ant said he ain't trying to deal with that. And Channing Frye said it the other day too. Like, it's unfortunate, but like, I don't know why do you want to be the face of a league when all the people that that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis on everybody? That responsibility it's just weird. It's weird energy from the people that I don't know. But Channing, he said it. He said it perfectly. Couldn't have said it no better. But Ant said he don't want it. Obviously I didn't ask for it, but I knew there was a responsibility for me. Not only to my family, my friends, my community, and whoever that was going to follow my journey throughout my career. Not only in Ohio when I started there, but all over America and all over the world when I traveled all over the world. So I've always taken that seriously and understood from the beginning what being a professional was all about and being a role model was all about. So try to hold that with the utmost respect and honor, but I feel Ant. I understand. I completely understand. This is weird energy when it comes to that. So,
Last question.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Kind of a weird flow to that game. You had Anthony Edwards getting ejected, a lot of fouls, a lot of missed free throws, but in the end, you guys won. What did you see out there?
Yeah, I think we set the tone early with our defense. I think they scored about 16 points in the first quarter, so we got out and set the tone. But yeah, it's a win. A lot of things can happen in the game. In the end of the day, you want to win every game.
When you hit that three, you had a funny reaction. What were you feeling?
I have no idea. The shots I make, it's just I have no idea what was going on. But when I left my hand, I knew it was good, so it's weird.
Your dad covered his face when you made that three. Are you surprised that you're still able to shock him with the shots you make?
He probably said, finally you made a shot. So I don't think he was surprised. He said, finally you made a shot.
Obviously, you have a body of work that's proven what you can do at this level. What's it like for you, having this little bit of a shooting slump since coming here?
Yeah, I think it's a big thing for me, You got to go through a lot of downs to get to the highest point. But, it's a big challenge for me, just getting back into my rhythm, making those easier shots for me, and just it's a big challenge for me, and I look forward to it.
The version of the Lakers that you guys played when you were with Dallas earlier this year wasn't a very good defensive team. Certainly didn't play with this kind of consistent effort. I think the first play of the second half, LeBron is in the front row, flying at a closeout. You guys are getting at loose balls and stuff like that. Well, what have you sort of made of the defensive identity that's being kind of forged here over the last 27 games?
Yeah, I think it's everybody's flying around. Everybody got each other's back on defensive end, and we cover for each other. I think that's the whole point of our defense right now.
On Media Day, you said one of the things that you're most excited about is to learn from LeBron. It obviously hasn't been that long since you've been here, but so far, what's kind of your main takeaway from just being around him?
Probably just being around him, the way he approaches the game, the way he do everything around the game, and I would say just being around him and watching him do this at 40 years old, which is insane.
You know the plan yet for you tomorrow in terms of availability?
It's going to be questionable, so we'll decide tomorrow how it goes.
You were grabbing at your knee a little bit or your leg at one point in the game?
Oh, yeah, I got knee-to-knee hit. But that's every game, so I'm good. Yeah.
The Lakers are already kind of a big event type of feel franchise, but since you've joined the team, it feels like the attention and kind of the atmosphere is even amplified. How do you feel that being your place you check into work every night?
It's amazing. I think the atmosphere has been amazing. Even when I'm playing bad, I don't think I had a good game here yet. So, but every time I even check in, they cheer for me. So this is an unbelievable feeling to be here.
What was your reaction when you saw the Jordan ad? I'm curious the license plate.
Oh, I already saw it before. I knew it was coming.
When you first saw it the first time, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I liked it. I'm a big car guy, so there had to be a car in there, so it was a good idea.
What are you part of the creative process, Luka, or did they just bring that to you?
That one I don't really remember, but before they obviously checked with me.
What did you think of the mural with Kobe? And we saw you shared it on your Instagram.
It's unbelievable, it was after I was here, maybe 3-4 days already, a mural with Kobe. How much I admire him. So next thing, I got to go check it out for sure.
We saw on you posted on Instagram, you've been sharing Luka 77s with. There's Rudy Fernandez working out with some of your, some guys you played with overseas. You've had footballers have come through, Tony Cruz. What's it been like with the European stars, that their reaction to you being here now?
It was good because the support was big, especially obviously the guys I know, from football players to basketball players, the guys I play with. So just the support, the amount of support there was unbelievable, and I needed that.
Luka Cruz, obviously a Real Madrid legend. You played there. Did you start to follow that club super closely? The soccer team. Do you watch every game? Do you maintain connection with a lot of the guys? Has that been a part of your?
Are you talking about basketball or
soccer? Football.
Football, yeah. There we go. It's both. Actually, it was a big game, so I watched it. They played Barcelona and they won. But I watch both. Every time I can, every time I'm not doing anything, practicing or playing, I'm watching both teams.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
JJ, first of all, do you have anything on Rui and how he's doing after leaving the game?
Yeah, it's left knee strain. Obviously, we'll get more information over the next 24 hours.
What's and again, you don't have much information, but just level of concern if he does have to miss time and kind of how you guys manage considering how well he was playing?
I'm concerned when any guy gets hurt, in particular, one of our best players and a guy who's been so important to everything we've done on both ends of the floor this year. So, I'm not going to speculate on the severity of the injury. I'm hopeful that it's nothing serious.
For tonight's game, it seemed like you're still getting a lot of good shots, still not going down, missing a lot of free throws. Do you feel like you rode the defense, or how did you end up carrying it out?
I think early it was defense. We still had some good stretches in the last three quarters. Offensively, I liked a lot of what we did. Our spacing was much better than last game. Thought we handled a lot of their pressure well for the most part. I think we ended up with 13 turnovers, had a shot clock violation. Braun missed the lefty lay. The last two games we played these guys, we had 22 and 23 turnovers. So that was important for us. The 16 offensive rebounds were big. I think Luka and Braun, for both those guys to get 12 defensive rebounds and 11 defensive rebounds was huge. One of you guys asked me pregame just about their rebounding and how important it is for our team as we, play a lot of lineups that don't have a traditional center.
Luka came into tonight, I think, shooting 25% from three since he joined you guys. Goes 1 for 9 tonight. Is part of the kind of onboarding process, you're going to let him kind of shoot his way out of this to try to get comfortable?
We trust Luka as a shooter and as a decision maker, and the type of shots he's been able to create throughout his career. And I think we've all had stretches like that. He'll find his rhythm. We're confident he will.
JJ, I think I asked you the other day about kind of the toll of the style you guys are playing defensively in terms of energy, and this is another game where the second half of that third quarter, you guys worn down a little bit, it looks like. Are you seeing any of that? Just, you guys are playing so hard.
Yeah.
Are you seeing any kind of any cost for that?
Certainly the transition defense hurt us tonight. I thought in the half court we were excellent. Only a few game plan mistakes. You could certainly speculate maybe the shooting woes are because guys are, playing so hard defensively. Maybe, I don't know. I know we've had some good games where we've played as hard as we played tonight, shooting the basketball. So something we'll monitor for sure.
JJ, to piggyback, as a shooter yourself, obviously, some of these looks that these guys are getting wide open, as Dodo like to say, the buck naked shots. Is it harder sometimes in the flow of a game to make those than if it's contested or there's a guy close?
No, I don't necessarily think that. I think it's just more about just the rhythm. Again, this is now 5 of 6 games where we haven't played against coverage outside of a few minutes with Luka Garza and Dwight Powell. So, playing against switching defenses for anybody can throw you off rhythm.
Hi, Coach. Do you know how did that Reed's injury happen? Is that happen when he landed or?
Didn't see it. Yeah, I just saw him dunk and then I turned my head.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. LeBron's ready to watch it.